think, do you think, I think I should open it to the panel to answer, but in one sense, do you think it's so easy for us to take on the customer there on the Facebook and say, I'll sue you if you don't kind of take back this post?
I think, I just had one point there, and on the Amul example, I think Amul came back with a very valid reply, and I think maybe a higher number of people read the reply versus the post itself. And I think what Apurva was saying earlier, that in today's age, you can't be dishonest as a brand. You have to be absolutely open and direct and tell how it is. And that is what will get you loyalty and the future customers and not give you a bad name versus if you try to spin a story around the issue. And if there's an issue, you admit it, solve it. If there's not an issue, you explain why it is not an issue, right? So,
in fact, I was talking to Prema before the session started, and she told me something very interesting. Her husband has a repository of jokes. So when things start going really bad, he brings out a joke which diffuses the moment. So one of the strategies which I've seen a lot of global brands play very well is a sense of humor. So if Airtel sucks, respond in humor and say that yes, this is a challenge which we are going through, and it's a great suggestion that instead of reducing the bandwidth, we should maybe switch you on an incremental plan. So if you want, you can log into your profile on airtel.com and actually authorize us to charge your credit card, and your bandwidth will get increased. Every disaster is an opportunity on digital.
Yeah, and you should charge Airtel for that.
May I just quickly mention that because we do this day and night, actually more night than day even. Everything starts at about 6 p.m. in the evening. The first and foremost, you have to get the facts right. What has been said is right or it's not right. And you have to do that also in a few seconds. You have to figure that out. You have to get the facts and all. And if it is to be corrected, then it has to be corrected straight away and it gets accepted. The moment you say, yes, we made a mistake, let's go for it. Unfortunately, the current thing which is happening right now on cabs is, so you can take two ways. One is to immediately respond of what you're going to do next because there's no other way. Or you wait for 4 days and some other crisis has hit, so that one goes down. So, but I think the brand then has to be rebuilt. And how you're going to do that is the biggest challenge. And you have to put that out and you have to live with it till you convert it.
I just wanted to add something here. I think this is where real brand loyalty counts. And that's where the depth of the relationship is what makes a difference. So an Amul could easily hit back. The Cadburys, which had worms and there was a huge outcry and so on, they made an honest admission, came up, and they just went over it. They've gone from strength to strength because they had built that brand loyalty with their consumers. A taxi brand which you've just experienced a few times, new in the horizon, you might not have built the brand loyalty, is going to find it much more difficult to react and build back the brand, be tougher. But with a stronger brand loyalty, and that's where really brand loyalty counts, and that's why it doesn't change in the digital world. The facts remain. If you have really invested in depth of relationship, then you are able to withstand such calamities and you just move on by being authentic. But you're able to move on because your brand loyalty is high.
So that answers your question. Any more question? One more question. Yes, Yamini, go ahead.
Hi. Since we're talking about relationship building and consumer connect and brand loyalty, you've all presented some brilliant insights, very thought-provoking insights on digital. But what is your take on experiential marketing, if you could share that? And where exactly on the marketing plan of marketers is experiential sitting right now as far as marketing spends are concerned?
So Yamini takes care of experiential marketing under the Exchange for Media banner. Yes, who'd like to address this?
It was her getting in the experiential question, whatever the topic. No. So I think a great example of, and I'll bring it back to the digital topic, therefore. Coke, one of those brands with very, very strong brand loyalty, uses digital medium not as doesn't feel threatened by digital, but uses digital for experiential marketing by examples like the hand touching across India and Pakistan, or even the Coke studio is an experiential way of getting a brand across. And all of these brands are therefore using experience in the digital world to build further loyalty. Banks like Bank of America, HDFC, HSBC are building, using product in the digital domain to use better experiences and building brand loyalty through that. So I think finally, as we all said, it's the consumer experience that matters. And therefore, if you are really building on that consumer experience, digital allows you to sharpen that offering, allows you to improve that and take consumer feedback on that and keep improving it. That really allows you to build brand loyalty if you are a good marketer. But finally, it's all about either shirking from your responsibility and not doing what you want to do, or building on your experiences.
Just to add to that very quickly is that it's about emotional experience. And if you look at the videos these days, and if you look at, not to just be opposite of Coke, but Pepsi, back to school and things like that, they are very warm, very wonderful, and you'll see more and more of these very warm, nice, fuzzy. Yeah, yes, exactly. And yeah, going home on Diwali. So I think, and Kit Kat one. And I think these are all the experiential ones where you really feel nice and you will purchase. That's a very, very strong opportunity.
A quick one. So, see, experiential marketing is very useful and relevant and important when either you have a new story to tell, as Prema said, emotional story, or in new categories where you have to educate the consumers about a new category or some new usage. I'll give you 2 examples. In B2C, so air fryer, you can fry without oil, but you can't just sell it only through TV commercial. So at multiple points at shops, we had to set up a stall and show people how to do it and then feed them the food. And that's proof of the pudding. Take LED lighting. Now, we can never explain lighting through a print ad or a TV ad and make people go and buy our LED lighting. So we have opened close to more than 100 exclusive light lounges where people can go and experience. So that's experiential marketing. Even take B2B marketing. So when even you are selling a multi-million-dollar medical equipment, what often happens is that you take your prospective customer to other customer site and let them see the equipment in operation, make them talk to your previous customer who is satisfied and happy, and his experience is transferred onto the prospective customer. That's also experiential marketing. So I'm giving you 3 examples of why experiential marketing is important in B2B, and it's supremely important when you have to educate consumers in new categories.
Wow, Yamini, so you've got good content for your site now, yeah? Thank you all. I think on that note, we shall wrap up this wonderful panel discussion. And for you having taken the time, I'd like to invite on stage Ms. Taru Agarwal, CEO Business Wire, to offer a token of appreciation on behalf of the Exchange for Media Group, and that can be backed up with a loud round of applause. What do you say? Thank you. Keep tweeting, hashtag Indian Marketing Awards. We just wrapped up a wonderful panel. Is brand loyalty dead in the digital era? Lots of points to take back home from there. Thank you, Ms. Agarwal, for being here. Can we please hand over the mementos? Mr. Sharma, thank you. Ms. Sagar. Mr. Chamaria, Mr. Bhanja, and of course, Mr. Sandeep Arora. Thank you all for taking the time and sharing your insights on this very pertinent topic. All right, what do you say? One loud round of applause. Thank you all. Thank you, Ms. Agarwal.